Hey, thanks again for tuning in. My name is Daniel Hapney. I'm here with Gary Franchi, and we're here at the Liberty Forum up in New Hampshire, where a group of people got together, and why they were here. Well, I'll ask Gary. Gary, why are you here?
Well, I came here. First, let me just say thank you for asking me for this interview. It's really an honor to get the opportunity to speak with you and your viewers. The reason I'm here is because I'm representing Aaron Russo. I'm representing the man.
Hold on, thank you.
Oh.
A great man. My viewers know we've actually had an opportunity to air Freedom to Fascism on our cable television.
Well,
excellent.
I'm here to represent Aaron Russo and his film Freedom to Fascism because it is such a powerful activist tool. We actually brought 1,000 copies with us, and we wanted to get them out to the people and support Aaron's organization as well at restoretherepublic.com. So that's why I'm here, and I also wanted to experience, what the Free State Project is, and the buzz of Ron Paul, especially today, was just such a beautiful thing. So, I mean, there's really a lot of reasons to be here, to be with like-minded individuals, face-to-face networking. I'm really a strong advocate for that. I think that when people of like mind gather in one place, that really powerful things can happen. The internet has allowed us to become kind of sheltered behind our monitors, and we can go into our forums and our emails, and we can be digital activists. But when we come together in one place, and we can really, interact physically and communicate and put our minds together in the same room, a lot of really great things happen. And that's exactly what's happening here today.
I was going to say it's happening right now. Not only do the people of Sharon get to meet you and just listen to you and stuff, but yes, you're right. Whether it's the synergy of getting the like-minded people together, people that are motivated. I didn't know about the organization that put on the event until I arrived at the event. And what I found out really, really impressed me and has motivated me a lot already. You said you had an interesting Aaron Russo story and stuff.
Well, yeah, actually, I'd been asked to meet with Aaron, actually at a mayoral fundraiser. A gentleman by the name of Bill Doc Walls was running for mayor in Chicago. And I had been stuck at work and I wasn't able to attend, so I sent my wife, and she went and represented for me. So my wife went, and apparently they had a seat there, sitting next to Aaron and the gentleman running for mayor. My wife was kind of shocked. But afterwards they said, Aaron he really wants to meet with you. I said, wow, I do my thing, and wow, Aaron Russo wants to meet with me. This is, gosh, I can't remember when this was. I think it was around September, perhaps September of 2006. Well, yeah, it's because they were showing the film at the IMAX theater at Navy Pier. So I got off work and ran home and tried to spiff up, get out of my work clothes, and let's go see Aaron. And he asked me to meet him at the hotel where he was staying, at the Sofitel, downtown Chicago, really ritzy place. And so I'm sitting there in the waiting room, waiting for Aaron, and just, holy cow, Aaron Russo's coming, and all of a sudden he comes in with his entourage of people and buzz, Aaron Russo's here. But he asked me to come and
meet with him.
To meet with him. Wow, this is really a treat. So we went up to the hotel room, and there we hatched the strategy on how we would release freedom to fascism to the American people. And there was a gentleman who was sitting with us. In fact, he runs the website voteronpaul.com, and he actually was pushing Aaron to release the movie on Google. He said, Aaron, you got to let it go on Google. You got to let it out to the people because people need to see this, and it's going to come back to you. And people will come back, and he was worried that because Aaron invested so much money into the film, he's got mouths to feed, so right. he wanted to make sure he did get his return. But at the same time, he was in that room with us, and we said, let's let it go on Google. So that's where it happened at that night.
Wow.
So then later on, we had been talking. We were up till about 3:30 in the morning. One of those late night, deep conversations. And Aaron shared with me this spiritual destiny that he had been really been, I guess, directed by. And he told me the story about how he had just remodeled this beautiful bathroom like I said, it had all kinds of marble and glass, and he just remodeled his bathroom. And first time he goes in to take a shower, and he told me he was laying down on the marble little shelf they'd put in this steam room, and he says a voice in his head told him, "Get up and move right now. Get up and move." He didn't hesitate. He got up and he moved. And no sooner than he moved did a piece of stone or concrete fall from the ceiling right where his head would have been laying down. Would have killed him.
Yeah.
So, he had been guided to his life, guided safely to create that film, and that movie was his life's purpose. I mean, sure, the films like Trading Places and The Rose, and those are great films, and everybody loves a good laugh now and then. But Aaron Russo's final film, America, Freedom, and Fascism, really, that was his calling. That was his calling, and he was definitely guided to make that film.
Powerful piece. I really enjoyed it. As a matter of fact, I try to, I want to say, I've been very successful in doing it also. When I say successful, getting people to, to view it, to watch it, to understand. One of the principles, I think, in the film that the viewers hopefully understand is that, that your labor, you're here, when I say you're here today, if you're working for someone or so, you're working for yourself, let's say, I mean, everybody works for themselves, that you own your own labor, and that's your personal property. And that we've lost as, I want to say as Americans or as citizens, we've lost the thought that we own our labor. And that if we have to, provide, a portion of our labor or the proceeds from our labor to someone else, then we're not totally free.
No, we're not.
And for 140 years or whatever, in America, that's what made America great. You could come here, and if you worked hard, you saw the benefits of that hard work. Okay, and that's one thing. Aaron, I just never meeting the gentleman. I heard him a few times on the radio and stuff. I heard him speak. I got to see some stuff that was on YouTube and stuff with him. What a great guy. I'm glad you told us that story. That's a good thing. The more, anyway, thank you very much. Tell me about what you're doing now. Tell our viewers about the Republic and different things that you're doing.
A couple of us at the organization at RestoredRepublic.com put our heads together, and we wanted to create an activist tool, much like the film. The film, you can get it at freedomtofascism.com for $1.25. You can get it in bulks of 50, so you can hand them out to your friends. It's very affordable. So we decided to take the themes that were in the movie and put them into a print form and package them professionally and just make it affordable for activists to go and hand them out. And right now we're in our 4th issue, which is talking about the financial collapse of America. Inside you'll find information about the Federal Reserve System, the Amero, and a plethora of other things that are taking place in this country. And the purpose of the magazine, like I said, is to get into the hands of the people, barbershops, pizza parlors, wherever you may find a waiting room, and you can get them at republicmagazine.com for $1 a copy, 25, 50, 75, 100. And we're here today, we're giving them out. We brought about 1,300 magazines with us, and we're giving them out to people so that they can, they can taste it for themselves, they can see it, they can feel it, and if they want, they can subscribe. But more importantly, we brought these with us so people can give them to their friends, so they can give them to their family and get the message out, just like Aaron Russo's documentary.
Well, right. Just once again, your thought as a tool, and that's an excellent. That's an excellent idea. I've actually I received my first copy. I was in a meeting with 4 other gentlemen. Once again, like-minded people, possibly. And this one of the gentlemen, his name was Hank, great guy. He had presented to me. I was saying, well, gee, we were talking in the group, and I said, well, we had a president, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, who, with an executive order 11,110, allowed the creation of currency based on our silver reserves.
Right.
Okay? And Hank, anyway, had presented, I'm talking about this, and he goes, would you like to see one? And I said, I'd love to see one and stuff. And I know my father had showed them to me, and I remember seeing silver certificates and gold certificates.
A Kennedy dollar.
Yes.
Really?
Well, Kennedy, it's actually, I got a Kennedy too. They printed 1s, 2s, and 5s. So anyway, he presents me with one, and I said, wow. is the first one I looked at and stuff. And I had seen once again the previous silver certificates and the
Right.
gold certificates. This is the first one I saw. Printed in, when I say printed, issued in '63, issued and backed by the silver we had. When I say we,
Wow.
the government had like more than $4.5 billion, which bought a lot in the '60s. Okay, in reserve. And when I say reserves, at Fort Knox and all that. So Kennedy, in so doing, competed against that private banking cartel known as the Federal Reserve. He issued money that was backed by something, okay, and had a limitation based on, hey, if we don't have anything to back it, we don't print it. The opposite of what we see today. And when you were saying tools and stuff, many times I'm always looking for tools that I can present to people. The video's a tool. Possibly audio in the future can be a good tool. But this, yes, because a lot of times people have a chance to sit and read. And I think, even when they're in what I call, even with, like I said, the library and stuff, and I'll probably be instrumental in providing this to the Sharon viewers in the Sharon Public Library, which is a good thing. I'd probably acquire the subscription and present that, so that the library would have it as a donation. I do that. By the way, I donated Freedom to Fascism to the Sharon Public Library and also the Walpole Public Library. I tend to, try to get that out to the people so that when we Aaron, by the way, the only communication, I did have communication with him, and that was that I was authorized, to put this out to the people. And where I was going with it was at the end of the show, it's always, and this is available at the Sharon Public Library, so it's a resource. I think it's a fantastic thing you're doing, and I recommend people, take a look at it and take a read. Also, too, once again, thank you, thank you for coming. I found many like-minded people. I think Dr. Paul was excellent. I got an opportunity to speak with John McManus. I got an opportunity to meet you and speak with you, and I myself am flattered and grateful that you took the time. Appreciate it.
I'd like to encourage your viewers, if you'd like to tune in. I do have a radio show that's
Excellent.
broadcast on WTPRN.com, which stands for We
the People Radio
Network, and it's broadcast 6 to 7 p.m. in Central Standard Time. That's WTPRN.com, and I'll be there 5 days a week. You can call in and talk.
Outstanding, outstanding. Look forward to it. Look forward to it. Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.